right, let's go.
And we are now live, everybody. Cooper Kupp, someone I was wrong about. Tell me, I'm too close to the situation right now. I'm facing the rapper, and he's got Cooper Kupp,
Who's the
and
rapper? Like, can you give us more background on what you're talking about?
yeah, so it's the Throne League, followers versus followers league. It's a lot of hype. It's very intense. All the followers make the decisions for each one of the analysts. I am one of the analysts. I really wanted to get in the league. And this week I matched up against Rapper. We're both 1-3, so not good records
Oh
in that
no.
league. So, I mean, it's a must win for both of us. And he's got Cooks. He's got. I just read the chat. He's got Kupp, and everyone's like, "You were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong." So I'm too close to the situation. I wanted Kupp to do bad, but I think that's over. I know I was wrong, and now you take over with the analysis. What are your thoughts about Cooper Kupp so far this year?
Well, I drafted him in a league where I am in first place, so I'm obviously a Cup truther. The reason why I drafted him is because I was listening to a lot of reports in training camp, and they said even though, as you have mentioned many times, that he's coming off ACL, which makes him, a risky draft pick prior to the season starting. Cup is even better than before the injury, in my opinion, and he looks great. He's definitely the number one target in that offense. He's shown it again tonight against the Seahawks. He was the go-to guy down the stretch for Jared Goff. He's his safety blanket for sure. And, Cup is probably going to be a wide receiver one for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he hasn't had too many of those big plays down the field. And those probably will happen later. But he is that's the guy who Goff trusts. So even if like one guy is covered, and then Goff is like even more covered, is a better like he'll probably still throw to Goff. There's a higher chance he'd still.
You mean he'll throw to Cup?
Yeah. I haven't got one name right so far. Yes, Goff will throw it to Kupp because
Cooper Kupp.
that's his guy. I mean that's it. It's not even like number one. It's like by far number one on that team, and he's miraculously recovered. He was practicing good, and we drafted in June. Ladies and gentlemen, don't ever draft in June. For those of you that want to know like why we draft in June or July in some expert leagues is two big reasons. One, we get super busy in August, and you guys know trying to arrange 10, 12 people to draft at the same date is already tough. So let alone with big egos, tough schedules, and people just can't do it, like I'm super busy in August. So that's one reason we do it earlier. That way we're less busy, higher chance that we can all, leave one date open. The second reason we do it early so you guys can see the results, whether it's on Instagram or you guys know I film every draft on YouTube. So you guys can check out the results, make fun of me, get hyped, root for me, talk about what picks I did good, what picks I did bad, and help you in your team. Because looking at that mock draft, when you go to Fantasy Football Calculator, you look at the mock draft, where a player is going and this and that. It's like it's a little bit different when you're on the battlefield. You know what I mean? You see that ADP number next to the guy. You know what I mean? You don't quite get where a player is really going or the flow of a draft. It's just a little number next to a player. But if you watch someone draft, you get a better idea of what's going on. We are live right now, by the way, on YouTube, and I just wanted to thank our sponsor for this podcast, Monkey Knife Fight. Very grateful to have a sponsor. Keep the dream going. And, man, thank you guys for tuning in right now. We have a Swift, we have a Albie, we have a Aaron, Nick, Slippy, Toby. There's a lot of people in the chat. And we got a Thursday night football game that was extremely, extremely exciting. If you had any players in fantasy, they all went off except for Cooks and Woods didn't, huh? Cooks and Woods.
Yeah, I would say so.
I
Yeah. I'm surprised about the tight ends. That
guess
was
guess who
my surprise.
guess who I started in one league?
You started Higby
Gerald
or no,
Everett,
Everett. Yeah,
the
that's
other
right.
one.
The other obscure tight end
I
on the Ravens.
started. It's a 20-team league. Absolutely
Wow.
dominated the draft. Right, you would be super impressed. Pat.
I am.
Oh, so I did it live, and the whole chat was like they turned sour on me for drafting Patrick Mahomes.
What?
But I got him 37th overall, and all they saw was round 2. So they're like, noob,
Oh,
noob, noob. But I'm like, 37 overall. That's actually super late. And my team's
yeah.
balling out of control. So I
What's your record in that league?
3-1. So I
Ooh,
mean,
you got a
it
chance.
could easily be 4, and it's 20 teams.
Yeah,
So one guy went off on me, and then it's fine.
that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can tell it's a good team. So I drafted Njoku. And then I
Ooh.
drafted, and I reached a little bit for Hawkinson. So I'm like, I went to, and both of
Oh.
them got hurt. And
Oh.
Hawkinson's on bye. And so I put in a waiver claim for Everett. And I started him this week. I got him.
Wow.
Started him. I think what happened actually is Tuesdays is so hectic for me. I put in the waiver claim around like 11:57 p.m. I think something glitched, and I think I just got him off free agency because of that midnight time.
Was
And
it like a hunch? Like, what made you think
it's a
that?
20-team league. So imagine what tight ends are available.
Just like the upside of being in that offense? Is that
Bro,
what
it's a
like kind
20-team
of?
league. All the
I
starting
know.
tight ends are taken. Like
Okay.
there was only 3 that were like somewhat okay. I don't even remember who it was. But yeah, Gerald Everett and Higbee were both getting more and more targets as the year went on. And so I was very happy to get him. I didn't think he'd do this. And I was hoping for 7-8 fantasy points. He gave me
Right.
like close to 20 or something. I don't know. I couldn't even check. I had to hit live on this podcast.
Yeah.
So Everett went off. No one, don't lie. All right, live chat. Don't lie if you guys started there. Don't lie. But if you did,
No
let me
one
know.
started him.
Let me know. I started
I
him.
I honestly think it's a great idea on one of these podcasts to do like tight end watch or something. Like who might be a good tight end, like up and coming that aren't on people's radars, like Everett, for example. Like that would be good because I feel like it's a crapshoot every week.
Yeah, the crap shoot poop. Yeah,
The crapshoot, tight end
tight end
crapshoot,
watch is good. Yeah,
tight end watch because this is like stuff that people like really need to know or want to know.
tight end
It's like the
watch.
fun
Yeah,
stuff.
it's pretty much a weekly segment because we'll have at least 20% of the listeners wanting to
Yeah,
know, what tight end, is the one to pick up because everyone's desperate for a tight end.
exactly.
And look at me, I
Scarcity.
went tough on tight end in a 20-team league. I drafted Njoku early, and then I reached for Hawkinson, and it's like I have no tight end to start
Still,
this week. Like that's crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah, you went hard. As a Niner fan, I'd say that I hate the Rams, so I really wanted them to. The Seahawks used to be the rivals for us, the hands
Yes.
down. But now I just hate the Rams. Sean McVay's age, Todd Gurley's such a good run. Like this, not this year,
Yeah.
but like last year. This is all we heard. Todd Gurley's MVP. He's the best runner. He's gonna be MVP. Should he be MVP? Wow, he's so good. He's so good. All we hear is this and that, and I'm just so annoyed. I love how they put up only 3 points in the Super Bowl. They got embarrassed, and I'd rather have the Seahawks win. Because I like Metcalf, I like Lockett, I like Russell Wilson, I like Chris Carson, except for his fumbling. I don't like the Rams much.
What about that fumble he almost had in the end zone on that catch? That gave me a heart attack almost.
Okay, so I wasn't able to check my DFS, and I'm gonna. I told you I was in first place, and so
Yeah.
I'm gonna check right now, and I have Chris Carson. And so
Okay.
I'm watching it just like that's how you got to watch DFS. You have to watch with no emotion. You just poke it because how you get you get too excited, you're gonna have a heart attack. So I'm just
Yeah.
watching
It's
it,
real.
and I'm like, what is he doing?
What's
I'm
he
like, he's wide
doing?
open. I'm like, that's a touchdown. Then I'm like, oh, he's fumbling it. Okay, he's definitely gonna drop it. And then dude catches it. Oh, I did not win.
You didn't win?
I don't know what happened. I
No.
came in third place. Only won $80.
No. That's sad.
I'll wait for
I'm
it to
sad for
reload, but I
you.
think it's over.
No, what happened?
It sucks.
Who got
Basically,
first?
I don't know the names. I don't know
No, I mean
this.
like who? What? Like, how did he get first? Like, what was his team?
Oh, so this is you have to rank them.
Oh,
Almost the same
got it.
as me, except he had Chris Carson one spot ahead.
That was the
Yeah,
difference.
I think so. I had Chris
It's so
Carson ranked
sad.
number 4. He had him ranked number
In
3.
3, oh my, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
so basically a wash in DFS. It's over.
I hate
Nick says I
that.
won $25 in DFS because the Seahawks offense, Cup and Everett. Yes, Everett was the
Ever was the anomaly
differentiator. Yeah, that actually could have been it. Like if you ranked Everett number
higher.
8 and I ranked him 10,
Yeah,
you
then
know.
that's right there's the win right there.
Brain, could you do a quick check on your matchups and tell us? I did that last live stream. Hack my lineup if you guys saw that. So you guys can actually watch that replay.
I'm gonna watch it.
Because it takes, and then I threw some water on my head too.
Whoa.
So that there were seven leagues, so it actually took like 5-6 minutes. It actually takes a long time. But I think I'm above 500. Yes, I'm above 500 in my 7 leagues, and just got to keep grinding. It doesn't really mean anything. Just got to keep
No.
grinding and try to make playoffs in as many of the leagues as I can. So we got Thursday Night Football covered. Let's talk about Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler. So Melvin Gordon came back. He suited up last week. Did he? I don't think he touched the ball.
I honestly
I don't
don't
think he
know.
touched the ball. No.
I don't think he did because Austin Eckler had a day.
Tremaine
He had
Pope
like,
had a day. So
yeah.
um, this week 5, going against the Broncos, Melvin Gordon is going to have a real role. So I'm doing my rankings. I'm about 50-50. So if I had to, let's say, pick between these two, I'd go with Eckler. And this is the
Yeah.
game where Eckler passes the baton off to Melvin Gordon right after this game. So after this game, next week, I'm going to say, okay, it's Melvin Gordon. Okay, but we got to give Melvin Gordon one game to get acclimated.
Adjustment game.
He's going to get 10 to 15 touches. He'll be okay. But no matter what the scenario is, I'm thinking he won't get a ton of work. So if they have a big lead, why would you, go all out and get Melvin Gordon a bunch of touches?
To warm him up because it's like meaningless because you're already up.
No, I
So,
wouldn't give him too many though, because he's just like
but he has to get acclimated somehow.
10,
How else you
15.
gonna get
15 is
acclimated?
okay. I don't think you give him 20.
Well, no, not 20.
That's
But
what I'm
like
saying.
maybe
I'm
in
not.
the 15 range at least.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So he'll get a lot of work, but I mean he'll get a good amount of work, not a ton though. I think you got
I
to
think you'll get goal
ease him
line
in.
work. That's the work that is like easy, easy money that he's good at. So that's what I think they'll
I
do.
think
They'll
your
let,
mic something's plugging in and out. It's your headphones probably.
oh, maybe.
Make sure it's plugged correctly. Like I'm hearing myself, you're getting louder, you're getting quieter.
I don't know. I hear it's
It
the same,
sounds
but
okay.
yeah.
It sounds okay now. So yeah, this is the game. I think Eckler will outscore Melvin Gordon, but I have them ranked right next to each other. It's really close, and so it is what it is. That's what's happening. Melvin Gordon's gonna come back.
Another thing we should talk about that I forgot to mention is the potential trade possibilities for, now that we're on the topic of the Broncos, is Emmanuel Sanders, as well as there was one more receiver. I forget who it
Stefon
was. Oh,
Diggs.
Stephon
Oh,
Diggs.
that's
Yeah,
actually
correct.
way big. This is boring news. Stefon Diggs is big news.
Yeah.
This is people are curious about this. Stefon Diggs and the Vikings is huge red alarm. Actually, I don't know why, but let me just talk about Saquon really quick.
Okay.
So I got this Saquon up here. So this is him practicing because I guess both running backs. I don't know. That's how my brain works. So this is Saquon practicing right here. I'm playing a clip, Mike. You can't see it.
I've seen it. I've seen
You
it.
seen the clip? Yeah. Oh yeah, I sent it to you. This is the clip I sent you.
Well, I've seen it all because I have Saquon too.
You've seen this 3 times today.
Yeah.
So here he is. He looks like he's.
Looks great to me.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing. He's having fun. He's like, I'm ready to play, coach. Put me in. So.
He's like Wolverine, like fast healing ability.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think.
It's pretty crazy to see him. So, very small chance he plays Very
He's
small.
not playing this week, I don't think, against the
Very
Minnesota.
small.
That would be bad.
Very small chance he plays this week. Very unlikely. Very good chance he plays next week, Thursday Night Football against the Patriots. And if not, he's definitely coming back by week 7.
For sure, which is crazy because that's the timeline originally was 4 to 8 weeks. And a lot of people were, cautious. They thought it'd be like, 6 to 8 weeks realistically. And to come back in 2 weeks is amazing. Like if you traded for Saquon Barkley like me and you didn't have to give up that much, that's a potentially league-winning move, in my opinion.
Yeah. And, I have him in Dynasty, and Scott tried to swindle me.
What did he do? What was the offer?
It's a fair trade, but it's like in Dynasty, I have Mahomes and Saquon, and I probably wouldn't trade them for anything.
Yeah, that's silly.
But
what was the offer?
Nick Chubb and 2 other players and a draft pick.
So it's not insulting, but
no, but it's just like he's my guy. I drafted him number 1 overall in the startup. Yeah. Like he's my guy. Like that was he's my franchise guy for 10 years. And if he's not, I'm dead. And if he is, I'm gonna win. That was it. Like it's a ride or die situation because everyone made fun of me, and when my first year really doing Dynasty, and so all the rankings said to get Odell because in Dynasty there's this thing about wide receivers last longer, they perform. I'm like, no, it's still running backs, and I get it. Like running backs don't have a long lifespan. Things can, look at Gurley. Like things can happen. Right. But I'm gonna get Saquon, man. Like there's no way I'm not gonna So I went with and people are like, you should have got Zeke and this and that. I'm like, nah, I'll get Saquon. So I got Saquon, and then I got Patrick Mahomes late. And someone's like, I'll pay for Mahomes. Like, how can I get Mahomes? And I'm like, there's just nobody I would trade him. Like, you would have to give me a young and good core. Like, it might have to be Lamar Jackson.
Trevor Lawrence in 2 years. Would you take it?
No. Because there's no guarantee Trevor Lawrence is going to be like Patrick Mahomes. So, no.
You think about it, though.
Yeah, that's a dope pick. I mean, that's...
What about this scenario, which probably will never happen, but Trevor Lawrence somehow gets on the either Chargers or Pats. Now you're cooking with gas.
Well, I don't like the Chargers. I think they have bad luck. But on the Patriots, that's disgusting.
For fantasy purposes, it would be crazy.
On the Patriots, that would be disgusting.
Yeah, think about it.
That would be crazy. No, I'm big on Trevor Lawrence, but this is in Dynasty. You just have to figure the guy who's really the team that's really really sucking is the one that deserves to get Trevor Lawrence, and that's not going to be me because my team I got squad.
Right.
Last place gets the first pick. I had a couple comments here. Diggs to the Niners, Super Bowl bound, by the way.
Ooh, would be
that's a great one.
Well, who would you rather have in your opinion, Ramsey on the Niners or Diggs on the Niners? I
don't know about Ramsey's attitude. So Ramsey as the player, it would have to be Ramsey.
It would have to be Ramsey because
you can't find those corners. Like, where do you find cornerbacks that are like close to shutdown cornerback? There's almost close. None.
He is.
Well, for this modern day, could be the best. He's. I just feel like they don't really exist in the modern day NFL. But as far as being like the best, he's probably the best corner, and you can't find that. You just can't find. They're just so rare.
It'd be a lot easier to get Diggs though. That's the
Diggs is halfway out of there. So
yeah, we can definitely get Diggs. We probably won't get Ramsey, but
Stefan says Saquon is superhuman. David says, "What's up?" Max says, "You're dumb."
Nice.
Nice.
You read that out loud.
Yeah. I don't think he's talking to me. He could be talking. But if he's talking to me or you, it's probably me.
Well, either of us. Not good.
It's fine, though. It's all good. We get a lot worse. Like, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Like, we'll say crazy stuff out here.
It's all good. So, Stefon Diggs. All right, this is the situation. Yeah. A lot of people don't know what's going on. And so, I'll just tell us what I know. Which isn't much, but I do know something. Okay, Kirk Cousins is playing like crap.
That's so bad.
That's the now. I've been watching film. And he's been playing really bad, guys. Thielen is
Horrible.
unhappy. He's an unhappy camper. And
Only one
Dig
happy is Cooks. Is Dalvin
Dalvin Cook.
Cooks. He's the only one.
And Stefon Diggs is even unhappier than Adam Thielen. And there's been trade rumors that there's been rumors that Stefon Diggs wants out of the Viking, wants out of the team, right? So he wants out of Minnesota, and he did not practice. Stefon Diggs did not practice on Wednesday, and it wasn't due to any injury. So he did not practice Wednesday. He was back Thursday, and then he had, so I'm doing it right. He had like this hoodie on today, and it was like covering his mouth like this.
That's not a good sign.
Oh, like this. And then they were like, "Is those rumors true?" And he was like, and he moved around and he said, "Well, all rumors are true some way, and I'm not going to comment on it." And so he did actually comment on it. Because if you asked like who's a good, like, let's say you asked Juju, I don't know, and really anybody, and he was like, "Are the trade rumors true, Juju, that you want to leave the Steelers?" You'd be like, "Absolutely not." And then
What would
he
AB
would go,
say?
what would AB say? That's a show on its own. Go subscribe to AB's YouTube, guys.
WWAB. What would AB do? That's funny.
Max says he's talking to someone else. He traded Cook for Mahomes. Oh, why would you do that? You traded Dalvin Cook for Mahomes?
That's a weird trade.
This is what you do, guys. If you have Dalvin Cook, go get Alexander Madison and just write it out.
Hold.
Yeah.
Why would you get? I just don't get why people try to get creative. Like, I want to trade Chris Godwin for like, so you know what I mean? It's like silly. It's like just keep Chris Godwin. Like, you don't need to trade him.
Yeah, it's like in Dynasty, the stuff I talked about is more obvious, but still, it's like I'm not gonna trade Patrick Mahomes in Dynasty. I'm not gonna trade Saquon. Like, I'm just gonna win. That's the point. I'm gonna build a dynasty.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make it to the Super Bowl every year. I just gotta ride this team, not screw it up. Now, I did trade Jordan Howard straight up for Sterling Shepard. So
that's good.
Chat,
I like that.
Chat, let me know what you think. Mike likes it.
I like it. I'm with it.
Cause
Danny Dimes, it's trending upwards. That whole team offense.
Oh yeah. So I think it was a good move because I drafted Jordan Howard super early last year in Dynasty, and now I'm like, do I drop this guy? Like, he's just such a waste. And so he had one big game, and I think he'll continue to be okay, but he's not a guy I'm gonna like trust, and I'm probably not gonna start. So I'd rather go get Sterling Shepard, a young wide receiver, and all my players on Dynasty, they're all young. Like, I have Stefon Diggs, Robbie Anderson, who I don't like, but they're all young, like, upcoming stars. David says, I'm subscribed to both YouTube channels. Just win, baby, says Joaquin. What's up with T.Y. Hilton? T.Y. Hilton should come back this week. That's what I'm expecting. And if he does, I expect Jacoby Brissett to ball out. Going against the Chiefs, the Colts will have to throw the ball. So my guess is T.Y. Hilton will play. My guess is Marlon Mack won't play. I don't know, though. I don't know.
That's a big development.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he practiced today. So that's...
But doesn't mean they're not going to
actually play. Friday's practice will pretty much
Friday's
mean that.
The one that
it really would. If it's like limited Friday, then we're still huge question mark. But if he doesn't practice at all Friday, then I'm saying he's out. And Nyheim Hines, bro, this is like a sneaky start for Hines because they're going to be in that turbo mode or hurry up mode or catch up mode, whatever you want to call it. And Hines is going to be used as a receiver and a runner all day.
True.
I'm hoping I don't regret Lamar over Russell Wilson. Good problem to have, but watching Russell put up points tonight was tough.
Trade one of them. What are you doing? Why would you have both of those guys at this
Sometimes
point?
It's tough to trade. In a 12-team league or deeper, I think you can pull off a trade. Now, if you're in a 10-team league or shallower, it might be tough. But
you got to try. You
have to try. Yes, you do have to try.
Yeah, like I've executed so far this season 4 trades already. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, you definitely gotta trade. Dang, I didn't even think about it. I've been making some trades too.
That's good. You
It's a
should.
way of life.
I've been killing my trades. Like I've been winning them by a landslide. So very happy. So I actually did one recently. I traded Miles Sanders for Deshaun Jackson because I this is the league where I traded away T.Y. Hilton to get Saquon. So I needed wide receiver depth. So I thought that was a good trade. I
It's an
think it will pay
amazing
off.
trade.
Right? I'm like, wow.
That's one. What was like the biggest bonus that I gave you was that T.Y. Hilton's going to miss one game. You see what I mean? So you
Yeah.
already like
And then buy after this week. So
it's like, well, I mean, everyone's got to buy. Saquon's gonna have a buy
well, I'm just
too.
saying like 2 out of the next 3 weeks after I traded him, he has,
Yeah, but
not I
Saquon's
did.
gonna have a buy too later. Like I'm just the buy I'm not counting because
Okay.
Saquon's gonna miss a game too due to buy. Just not now. Might miss a more important game for you. So it doesn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying like maybe not a more important game, but I'm just saying a game is a game. But Hilton's already gonna miss 1 week. And I'm like, so you're already down 1 week with Hilton. So you traded away a player that put up 0 points. Saquon put up 0. Saquon's coming back. You know he's going to be way more valuable once he comes back.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Saquon might be out 1 more week than Hilton. Like it's
That's
it's
crazy.
almost a no-brainer. So you missing
That's
1 game,
crazy.
like that's it, if that. Like
Yeah.
1 game, like that's
Amazing.
yeah, I'll
Well,
take
I
that.
just have Saquon. I thank you, Saquon, for making me look good. Like that's all him. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah, and it was crazy in the fan league, the Couch Fan League, the Facebook group league. This guy has a crappy team I'm going up against. He starts gloating everywhere. Like, oh, look, I'm putting up points against Hussein the Brain. Da, da, da. He's had such a crappy team, and he had to start Jordan Howard.
Oh.
But that's the league where I had $100 FAB, free agents,
Oh,
and I
Gallman.
spent all 100 in Gallman. I came back, and he still beat me by 2 points.
No.
That was
Are you
Cortland
serious?
Sutton or something scored for him. Yeah, it was so lame. I was about to
That's
just rub it in
bad.
his face, like,
Oh, I would have.
I came
I love
back, huh? But it was still, I guess I kind of proved the point that spending all that FAB on
Oh yeah, you're justified now.
Gallman was worth it. Even Saquon comes back, like, that's still cool. That was my, I said it on the podcast. There's proof. I said it. I was like, hey, if I'm buying 1 win, that's worth it. So if I'm buying 1 to 3 wins, that's worth spending all your FAB, all your FAB on. Like,
Oh yeah.
That's what it's about. Because if you can get a win by just spending these fake dollars, like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
And also, you have to keep in mind that as the weeks progress, the quality of the potential waiver free agent pool gets shallower and shallower. So, you're not gonna get like a Gallman, in week whatever, most likely.
Yeah, and on it, and let's just being realistic. That's a 14-team league. So, if Zeke gets hurt, I honestly, I own Tony Pollard, and so so he's not going to be on waivers. What about Fournette? Oh, he gets. I actually do own Rock Armstead. It's a 14-team league, so it's like worse than even you're saying in the 14-team
Yeah,
league. Like there's not like there is possibly opportunities like that, but unlikely. And even if I spend $1, someone else can spend $100. So you know what I mean? If I had 99, and so odds are against me even if that Tony Pollard is out there. And he's the starter now for the Cowboys.
Well, that would
and
be
I
good.
only have I have $99. I still might not be able to get him.
Yeah, you'd probably lose.
Because I mean, that's the type of player you go 100 in, and
go 100.
Don't shy away. Just
Don't
go
look
all
back.
in. Because
blow it all.
Yeah. Top 10 running back, top 5 running back possibly. What should I do? Like, dude, that's a no. What was that question? The question in the Facebook group. Do I add James Conner?
Like what?
Show offs. Why is that showing off though? That you're in a league that people don't know how to play.
That was the weird. I don't know.
Here's
There's a lot of weird.
Here's
stuff
the
on
thing.
That page. That was
Why
the
do you
worst one.
post that? Okay, I get that it happened.
Yeah, what?
Why do you post that in a form there's over 1,300 people in? Isn't that embarrassing?
You're embarrassing yourself, your league, everyone.
Oh, hold on a second.
Everyone.
Hold on a second, guys. There's $100 on the ground. Should I pick it up? What do you guys think? Chime in. Really? You guys think so? I wanted to weigh I just wanted to check in with you guys really quick. Do I pick it up? It's right here. Like that's what he's basically doing. Like, dude, James Conner, what RB1 on the Steelers? Like, I don't even like him, but I mean, shoot, like pick him up.
Yeah, that's just silly. That's why sometimes I think people are trolling us, but then sometimes like people are just in
No,
weird
it's
leagues
not.
and
There's
they just don't know.
people troll us on YouTube. They don't troll us much on Facebook. It's how it is. Like, I've seen the weird. Someone goes like the other day. They're like, have you ever heard of a league with 4 bench? I was like, dude, I've heard of so many weird. I've heard of this one guy who drafted every Bears player possible, and then except one, and was going desperately trying to trade to get one more Bears player so he can have all Bears players on his bench and his starting team.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I've seen everything. I've hacked plenty of lineups with 3 bench players. Anyway.
Why would you want to play? I just don't get that either. Like playing in a league with a shallow bench is like so unenjoyable for
Oh,
me.
so I hacked someone with 4 bench spots, and then the chat was like, leave a message. Like, I was like, oh yeah, that's a good one. So I went there, and I was like, my great uncle kind of invented fantasy football. He says we should have more bench spots. And there's a like PLS or something like, please, more bench spots, please. Let's see what they say.
It's such a weird thing. It's like, why would you like that format? I don't know. It's like playing standard. It's like, why would you play standard?
Well, that's even 3 bench spots is even worse because this. So I did the math. I don't know, like that's like so a 46-man roster. Going into a game, it's like having like a 12-man roster or something. Like it's
silly.
like or like 15 or 14. So everyone's playing offense, defense. Everyone's playing special teams. You got one guy who's like emergency quarterback, running back, and wide receiver, and then you have one guy who's offensive lineman and defensive lineman, and then you just that's it. That's your bench. That's like your backups. One guy to play one guy to play the trenches, and then one guy to play any skill position. And
It's just not enjoyable.
that's it. Like, dude, what's gonna happen? Like, yeah, and the waivers. Like, it's just. I say at least 5 bench spots. That's it.
At least.
That's it. It's a minimum.
And an IR.
Well,
One IR.
I'm just gonna say at least 5. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you have 5 or 6, have an IR for sure. That's what I recommend. But I'm saying like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like the 20-team league, we got 5 bench spots, and that's just so the draft doesn't take 8 hours. Like that's we don't want to be drafting all day long. So
No.
5 bench spots for that league. All right, we got to go to our sponsor. Let's play some MKF. Mike, if you want to bring it up, you have some time. So bring up monkeyknifefight.com, and we're gonna play the touchdown dance. And I got a couple messages. Don't worry, I'm gonna walk everyone through.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing, guys. We're going to be playing daily fantasy props on monkeyknifefight.com. You guys can join in and play right now or play right after this, or if you're listening or watching the replay, you guys can head on over there. So go to monkeyknifefight.com or follow the link below in the description. There should be a link there. What is it? mkf.win/couch. So anyway, you head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. If you don't have money in your account, go ahead and deposit up to $50. Use promo code couch, and you will get a deposit match, 100% deposit match up to $50. So head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code couch, and then click play now or new game. And then what we're gonna do is find the star shootout. Early games. Are you following along, Mike?
Yes.
Oh, no. You're frozen again.
No. It's okay.
I know how to fix it this time.
Oh, okay.
It'll take a second, but
Okay.
I fixed it on Hack My Lineup, or I was doing something. All right, we got to fix it because this one looks really bad.
It's bad?
Yeah, the other one didn't look too bad in my opinion. This one sucks.
Dang.
And okay, you're on big screen, so don't do what you're doing.
Okay.
Look at you're like the full screen, dude.
Oh no.
It's got all the background and the ugliness. All right, guys, so just bear with us. It's looking bad, I know. Okay, you're on. You're on, by the way. Look up.
Oh, cool.
Look
hey,
up. So make
hey
sure,
everyone.
yeah. Okay, and now you just got to crop you out. So for some reason, the program I use just freezes the window.
Ooh,
But that's I know how to fix. I just have to throw in a new. There's no. It's always gonna be frozen, so I have to throw in a new window,
gotcha.
and I just have to crop. Technical difficulties here. This should definitely be cut out of the audio podcast. I feel like.
It's a live show.
Yeah, the live show is like acceptable, but we can cut this out on the audio
Sure.
and just
I
go.
think that's for the best.
I think that's a good idea. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. We got him. No more frozen mic, guys. We're good?
Hey.
All right.
All
So, are you on
right.
Monkey Knife Fight?
I am. Let's go.
Goff past 2 weeks, 517 yards, 395 yards. Albie says face looking like ew. He's been frozen.
Again, or is this a
No,
past?
this is. I'm just reading comments. Can you play MKF outside the U.S.? I don't think so, but try.
Try and report back to us.
Try your hardest. Always. Don't ever quit. David says he's okay. He's back. All right, so we're on Monkey Knife Fight. Play now, new game. Star Shootout, early games. And we're going to do one of my favorite ones.
Which one? Touchdown dance?
Touchdown dance. Can we? Is it there? Yes.
Okay.
Touchdown dance. All right. Marlon Mack let us down last week. So I was about to do the hat trick. I was about to get they had a $2,000 prize bonus if all three of your players scored a touchdown. You got a piece of it. And Marlon Mack disappointed us, but we still won because you told me to put C-Mac in.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I picked who? I don't even Eckler.
Oh
I picked
yeah,
Eckler. So 2 danced. I won the money.
nice.
That was good. I won the cash.
There you go.
But I really wanted the 3 dance. Let's do a 3 dance. We need the 3 dance emojis. So
we're doing the Star Shootout early games.
Star Shootout early games.
Okay.
And then we're doing touchdown dance. And why Alvin Kamara? My projections have Alvin Kamara is the highest chance to score a touchdown.
Okay.
What do you
like
think?
That. I mean, I definitely agree with that.
Against the Bucks?
Yeah. Didn't Gurley do it twice last week?
He just has to punch it in, It's not like
it's not that hard. It's not like they have a good defense or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go with now this second one you're not gonna disagree. Kamara. Oh, I was gonna go Zeke, but that's not the early games. Dang it.
Derrick Henry for sure. I think will get a touchdown.
Derrick Henry is next in line on my algorithms against the Bills.
Yeah, I think because they have to, man. They have to run the ball.
Okay, so the top guys are David Johnson, Sony Michel, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Henry. Who do we pick out of those guys?
Dalvin Cook. I would just ride Dalvin Cook.
Well, the Vikings are they're gonna feed him though. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about like someone definitely gonna score a touchdown, Dalvin Cook would be.
Yeah, we want the floor. We don't need like because it's a touchdown. Like you need floor, safety.
Right.
And so okay, we got Kamara, Cook. Do we go? People say you're frozen again. Oh, great. All right, we'll go back. Oh God, there's 2 frozen mics.
Oh no.
Whatever, it's fine.
It's fine.
I shouldn't have told you. Just didn't want to hurt your feelings.
It's okay.
Okay, where were we? Okay, so
yeah, Cook, Kamara, and then
are we gonna go with Henry
or
Christian McCaffrey, Michelle, or David Johnson?
Can we go McCaffrey? We can go McCaffrey. That's definitely my choice. That's like guaranteed. Those 3, I feel like.
Yeah. What about David Johnson, dude?
Against the Bengals?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I mean, it's not bad, but I think that the other 3 are more of a sure thing for sure.
David Johnson with his receiving ability. They're
I mean,
saying Hopkins is gonna get the receiving touchdown.
that's way too risky, but I agree.
But
I mean, I
that's
think
a
you
wide
go.
receiver. Yeah, it's a bit risky to go wide receiver. I always go running back.
Yeah, I would go running back.
So you say, ah, man, I'm
How
not
could you go
feeling.
wrong with Kamara, C-Mac, and Cook though? Like that's like three elite running backs that are definitely getting like over 20 touches. So I mean, just from volume alone, that should be a good
You don't think the
decision.
Jaguars can just focus in on C-Man?
No, no, I don't. I think that they can. They won't be able to stop him. There's no way. He's too good. Their whole offense is like getting him the ball in
I
open
feel like
space.
if he
So
screws up, he'll just squeeze in a receiving touchdown for me, possibly.
yeah, he's just too versatile
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
tough.
just too talented. Like there's no way that they can stop him.
Okay, so we're going with Kamara, C-Mac, Dalvin Cook. This is the one I select. So you can select 1.5, 2.5 touchdowns, 3.5. I always select 1.5 and go big. So
Go big.
um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go $5 on this one.
That's a good one. Me too.
I usually go 10, but I'm gonna go 5 this week
five.
because
That's
I'm
the
probably
most.
gonna do other contests. So 5. We
Yeah,
only win 750, but I think I like it. I
yeah.
might go back in and go in 10 if they do that bonus again. And
Do it.
then just submit with these 3. Let me see how that, if you guys can see. And let's do it. All right.
It's so easy.
We're good to go. Yeah, it's like super. They make it so simple, and it's like, I feel like it's very easy for people that play fantasy to just hop on here and boom, boom, boom.
Of all like the partners we've had, I think this one is like the best like platform that's easiest to
As
use.
far as the simplicity and like
Yeah, yeah.
easy to win and like fun,
Right.
yeah. Because look, I love like other sites and stuff, but sometimes they're very difficult to win. There's a lot of sharks.
Mm-hmm.
It's sharks infested water. You're playing with world class. You're going up against world class people. On here, you're actually just going up against a number. So it doesn't matter who's on the website. You get what I
Yeah.
mean, right? Like,
Right.
you
You're not
know,
competing against like robots. Like you're just
no, it's just, yeah.
yeah.
If the guy scores or gets over under, you win. And if he scores a
Yeah.
touchdown, you win. Like there's nothing else to it. There's no competition. You're only competing
Right.
against yourself. You don't have to enter anything else. Anyways, as you can tell, we really love working with MKF. Anyways, guys, head on over to monkeyknifefight.com or just follow the link below. And if you deposit up to $50, you get a 100% deposit match. Just make sure you use promo code Couch. Head on over to Monkey
Do
Knife
it.
Fight and use promo code Couch. Let's do a little Q&A now. A little Q&A later.
Let's do it.
Let's leave this picture of Melvin Gordon. No, let's leave this picture of Cooper Kupp up to rub it in my face. All right, guys, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Joaquin says, can't play overseas. Damn it, I can't even play.
Use your
Pisses
imagination,
me
Joaquin.
off. Yeah, but Joaquin, let me know what country you're in, man. I'm just curious. This is one thing I just really love the international crowd. It's just, to think, we just started this literally on our couch, the college couch, and
Yeah.
just talk, just reaching 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, and then we have people in Germany, Ecuador, Brazil, Mexico, Canada, Australia, New
Korea.
Zealand.
I've seen that.
Do we
Yeah,
have?
Brazil.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen Korea.
For real?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Thailand. I've seen Thailand a lot. Philippines, obviously, my fan base. So thank you guys, our international followers.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I think everyone's tuned out. So let's just go to
That's
the
fine.
or either that or we're super lagged. Buy low, sell high. Mike's buy lows, and you like that one comment? I know you saw it, dude. You got no, this is like a week or two ago. You got the Mike skills, Hussein, but what was that? But let Mike do the buy low, sell high or something.
I didn't see it.
You don't remember that? Because it's probably somebody new to the channel. Because I'm the pretty face. I'm the MC,
Ah,
and then you're
right,
the
right,
guy who
right.
comes up with the fantasy content. Oh,
That's thank
Joaquin
you.
is from Uruguay. I think
Ooh,
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Nick says I've got. Dang, that's a long question, Nick. Seem to British guys breaking down American fantasy on YouTube. It was great and hilarious. Yes, those guys spam my channel all the time. I know who you're talking about. They're like, hey, great video. By the way, we discussed buy low, sell highs as well for week 4. I'm like, dude, stop. They get like 60 views, 20 views. I think it's 2 British guys on a couch. Like, they seem good, but they are spamming my YouTube. That is frowned upon on the internet.
Don't be those guys. There's etiquette on the internet, everybody, contrary to popular belief.
Ooh, we have a short question. Should I trade McCoy and Graham for Ertz?
Probably.
Yes, do it.
Probably.
Do it. As soon as I see a player pop up on the injury report, that increases my chance of trading away. You see what I mean? Because if you trade away players that pop up on injury reports, even if it's questionable and they play, it's more likely they'll miss games. Like it's just a statistic.
Because they'll aggravate it.
Yeah, or anything. It's just how it is. Yeah, and it is McCoy. Like he's a bit older and he has had injuries in the past. He's a running back, so you go get yourself a stud tight end, and if he has a good game, you trade him away.
Just keep flipping it.
Oh yeah, and you don't have to stop.
Till you end up with Patrick Mahomes somehow.
Do you like Curtis Samuel this week? I'm going to say no because he's a wide receiver. There's a lot of wide receivers. Who's throwing the ball? A guy who sucks. Might not be a top 30 quarterback in the league.
He's better than Cam. So that's facts.
I would say he's higher. Has a higher chance of winning, getting a W for that team than Cam does right now.
That's 100% true. There's no doubt.
Yeah, but it's not a guy I'm starting in fantasy either. As opposed to
he makes them more fantasy relevant than they were before. Now that Kyle Allen,
he does like Curtis Samuel, so that's the one plus. He will throw to him. I need to trust the quarterback a little bit more. Now, a guy like Auden Tate is about the same level as Curtis Samuel this week. Just because of the matchup. Like, I know, okay, that's a bad quarterback too, Dalton, and Auden Tate's not that great a receiver. But going against the Cardinals, I mean, matchup. I see him getting at least 16 fantasy points. 5 receptions, 50 yards, a touchdown. He should get that.
He should, with only one other, wide receiver that he's competing
Tyler
with.
Boyd and Eifert too. Eifert's got a good amount. They should all blow. They should all blow up. All right, Nick, we'll read this. Keep in mind, guys, this is a podcast. Keep the questions short, please. But
no novels.
people that write novels, I still appreciate you though. I've got Dorsett, Hollywood Brown, Geronimo, Dante Johnson, Keyshawn Johnson with 2 spots available. Who do I put in? A couple of players are fill-ins. Can you guys help me out? Okay.
What was the first 2?
Okay, so he needs 2.
Okay.
Dorsett, Hollywood Brown, Geronimo, Dante Johnson.
Right there. Dorsett, who has a great matchup this week against the Redskins. I think that's a bounce-back game for him because he didn't do that great last week. And then, obviously, Hollywood Brown. Got to start him, I think.
I would bench Dorsett. I'd start Geronimo because I expect Adams to be out. So if Adams is playing, go with what Mike said. Adams is not playing, which is what I expect. I expect him to be out. Start Hollywood Brown and Geronimo.
Got it.
That's it.
Well, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Okay, that's it. Dorsett does have a good matchup. I'm just afraid of all the other receivers there. But yeah, that's what's awesome. Like if somehow Adams is suiting up or something, boom, you got yourself a Dorsett who should have a good game. I see him having at least 11 fantasy points.
Bounce back game.
Couch watching SmackDown tomorrow night, 20th anniversary. Now, I don't watch any of this wrestling stuff, but I don't know.
It's piqued my interest.
The Rock's back.
As a kid. Yeah, I think with all the hype around it, I think they're doing a good job marketing it on Fox. I think I might watch it. I just want to see what's going on.
No, probably. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't have time, but I know a lot of people's going to be watching it. I might have to tune in. That's hype right there.
Fantasy wrestling? Just kidding.
Let's not get into that one, huh? David says Kamara, Boyd, and McLaurin. You got that Kamara, Boyd, Scary
Aaron
Terry.
Boyd, McLaurin.
For
Okay.
Cook, I assume Dalvin Cook,
Dalvin. Okay.
Lockett, and DJ Chark. What do you think?
I think the Kamara one's better
I think the
slightly.
Kamara side's better as well, but it's pretty
It's not,
even.
yeah, it's pretty close. If Scary Terry is like 100% healthy again and like what he was doing
That'd be
before
so
the injury,
easy.
then yeah, that'd be a much easier decision.
So it's
That's pretty
really
fair.
like Kamara and Boyd I really like, and then you have Dalvin and Lockett who are. I'd say it's pretty
Well,
even
Lockett's better than Boyd. Like, let's get that clear for sure. Like moving
because
forward.
his quarterback. I think that's
Yeah.
what really separates it. They're kind of different
Well, he
types
scores
of.
touchdowns. Like
Yeah, they're
Boyd,
different types of receivers, of course. That's
Boyd
right.
doesn't score touchdowns. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, he did. No, they're different. They're different. Lockett's a big play guy.
I'd rather have Lockett
Yeah,
every day.
well, and I mean, I think that's the big one is that the quarterback, the difference in quarterback. You have one guy
Yeah.
who's the highest paid, elite quarterback, and then you have,
Having his
um,
best season ever, statistically.
yeah, and then you have a Red Rifle who's the Bengals fans are already talking about Tua or Trevor. Like, who's replacing this guy? Because we know that era is ending.
He had a good run. Great run.
Okay, buy low, sell high. Who you got? Who you buying low on?
All right. My Mike's buy low, sell high. This week I'm going with big names, nothing like obscure. So my first target that I've actually seen a lot of people trade for and trade away is DeAndre
Love this
Hopkins.
one.
Yes. So I drafted DeAndre Hopkins in the first round, like many people who are probably listening to this. And if you did, you were rewarded with a great week one performance where he had 13 targets. He had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. So if you had that performance, you were likely thinking, wow, like I made the great decision. But then 3 weeks of poop, basically, and he's coming off one of the worst performances of the season against the Panthers. He only had 5 catches for 41 yards. He hasn't actually scored a touchdown since week one. So I think all of that reverses, and he has a great breakout game against the Falcons, who have a terrible secondary. It's going to be a shootout. This is one of the highest scoring Vegas lines, and I think this is where he pays off. So if you can somehow trade for him, get him before the game happens, that's great. Also, he has another plus matchup in week 6 against the Chiefs. So now is the time to buy low on DeAndre
Number
Hopkins.
one wide receiver on my rankings this week, and I probably have him number one rest of season. Huge bounce back
Wow.
for Hopkins. Yeah.
So who would you rather have? Because I know this was a highly debated thing that we saw was that someone traded Cooper Kupp or someone traded DeAndre Hopkins to get Cooper Kupp. So that was very controversial. But I mean, I think it's not a terrible trade. I think they're pretty,
I think
rest
it's
of
I think
season
it
they
is
get more
close,
value.
but I like Hopkins more.
So you'd still, despite what we saw tonight, you'd still rather
Of
have Hopkins over
course.
Kupp. Okay. I personally would rather have Cooper Kupp, but we will see how it plays out this week. The second guy we already spoke about briefly, Saquon Barkley. So if you're in a league where people just aren't up to date on what's happening, I mean, he does have bad matchups. So this week he probably won't play against Minnesota. If he does play in week 6 against the Pats, he probably won't do that good because of their defense. So if you can somehow get him for relatively cheap right now while his value's low, this is the time to get Saquon Barkley, which I think he can still be had. What do you think about that? You think
And
people will
only from a noob.
in like noob, but there are noob leagues
Yes,
out
there
there.
are noobs. Yeah, we just
Crazy
talked
things
about
like
them.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's definitely a target. I mean, if people are dropping James Conner in leagues, there's definitely a league
Oh, that's like
where you can
beyond.
trade for
That's like
Saquon.
uber noob. That's yeah.
Yeah, so just something to keep in mind. The next guy on here is Kyler Murray, who has been a disappointment so far this season. We can all agree. He has probably one of the highest completion percentages of any quarterbacks, but the problem is they're not resulting in big plays. The air raid offense allows for a lot of check down passes, which he's been very good at. But this week, I think, is when he bursts on the scene and shows why he was the number one pick. He's playing on the road against Cincinnati Bengals, who we talked about have a horrible defense. So if he doesn't do good here, I think that it's time to panic, but I think he'll do well. And the reason why I definitely wanted him on this list is because in week 5, he plays Cincinnati. Week 6, he plays Atlanta. Week 7, he plays the Giants. So he's a 3-week stretch with plus
Wow. Well, I love
matchups.
the Falcons defense. That's
Yeah. So
oh
this
man.
is the time to play him and get him and start him, because if he doesn't do good in this 3-week stretch, I mean, it's highly unlikely that he won't, but this is the time to play him and see what you got if you have Kyler
So
Murray.
that was the one I was interested about, was why you have Kyler Murray here, because I already knew what you're gonna say about Hopkins. We briefly talked when we talked about Saquon before, but
Right.
Kyler Murray, don't you feel like he's kind of the floor isn't good, but the upside is basically highest. Like he can finish. I think he can finish QB1. I think it's a bit unrealistic, but I think top 3. He might be able to squeeze in top 3 this
Well,
week.
definitely the good part, what I saw last week, is that he was able to rush for a touchdown. So that's what he's been
That
missing, right? So,
saved me in fantasy.
yeah.
So I started
Yeah.
him over Tom Brady, and I was like, boom,
Wow.
dub. Yeah,
Yeah. So like,
because of that rushing touchdown.
well, that's what I'm saying. So if that is like a sign of things to come, and that's what we all expected when we drafted Kyler Murray, this year, then I think the Scott, I mean, he has a high ceiling, because then he's essentially a running back. He's kind of
But the
like
floor
a
is bad.
Russell Wilson. It is
No
bad. No,
Christian Kirk. He'll probably miss 1 week.
but it's the Bengals. The Bengals.
Yeah, and then no Bird, but dude, just run. That's how we get
Just throw
fantasy
it to
points.
David Johnson and have David
David
Johnson run
Johnson's a
it.
great receiver. I have both.
Throw
I
it to
have
him.
both. So
Yeah, throw it
I
out
like him as
there.
a DFS play in GPP. Like that's what I'm saying. So not much floor, but I like
Right.
him in DFS. You can stack him with Fitzgerald or David Johnson, who's a receiver essentially.
Exactly. Okay, so now on to my sell high. So this guy, Shady McCoy, might be someone that you're like, why would I? He's a top running back in one of the best offenses. But now with Damian Williams coming back, who is essentially the better pass catching back of the two, I don't know. I just think now is the time to sell high, because Shady has been doing great the past 2 weeks. He had 23 points. He had a touchdown against Baltimore in week 4, touchdown against Detroit. So he is a great back value wise. But with Damian Williams coming back in the mix, I think it's time to sell high, get out of that running back by committee, and just see what you can get. Shop him around, see what you can get. He's also dealing with injuries. He's getting older, as we said
Okay, what
before.
could you get for LaShawn McCoy? Because he's okay, I feel like, but not like that
What could you
that
get?
great. Like who? Like what?
You
Let the
think you
people
could
know
get?
what they can get.
Could you get a Eckler? I think it's possible.
You would trade him for Eckler.
I would trade LaShawn McCoy for Eckler. Yeah, definitely.
I feel the advantage of having Eckler is that Eckler, I don't even know Eckler's age. I assume he's like 5 years
He's younger.
younger, 6 years
Yeah.
younger. Eckler's younger, healthier, less tread on the tires, and LaShawn McCoy has some injury history. He holds he holds the football out like a loaf of bread. There's this meme of this guy like holding a baby with his arms
Right.
stretched out. It's like that's how LaShawn McCoy holds the football. And yeah, I guess that's a crazy one right there. It's a creative one. I thought you were gonna say like a wide receiver or
I'm
something.
creative, man. I'm a trade creative
Because
person.
Eckler is he's a flexibility. He can play him in flex even with Melvin.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
Well, what would you rather have? Would you rather have an RB, running back committee with LaShawn McCoy, or running back by committee with Eckler? Like, it
yeah.
seems like you'd rather. I mean, I would rather have Eckler.
Because I mean, I'm the one who's worried about Shady getting injured and Melvin getting injured, so
Yeah.
it does make sense to me for sure.
So you're on board with that. Okay, good. The next guy, another running back. So this is basically a running back list for the sell high, which is important. James Conner, coming off the best game of his season against Cincinnati. Man, he was great. But if you watch that game, you saw that Jalen Samuels is now elevated into kind of a 60-40, I would say, timeshare. Before that, it was all Connor. And now that he might not play with the ankle injury, I think now you just get off the Connor train. Look at what happened. So week 5, he's playing Baltimore, bad matchup. Week 6, Plays Chargers defense in LA, so that's not ideal. Week 7 bye. So, I mean, it's not great
Is
the
it
next 3 weeks.
exactly what I told people would happen with Connor is what it's happening. Is
Yeah.
that's what's going on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's been
You
a
called it.
bust, and then Jalen Samuels gets involved, and this is it. So you trade him to a noob who says, "Oh, James Conner, he's back. He's what
Yes,
we
exactly.
thought."
James Conner. Yeah, trade him to a Steelers fan. Like, get creative. Do something. But now is the time to get off the James Conner train if you drafted him
If
high.
you didn't listen to me and you drafted him, yeah, this is
Week
definitely
8,
the
you'll
time.
have one more chance to trade him in week 8 because he plays the Dolphins. So if you don't get to trade him now, you'll only have one more ideal chance to trade him, and that's in week 8. So might as well get ahead of it. Trade him now while he has, a really good game in week 4 and see what you can get. Just don't drop him outright like some people have. Uh, and then last but not least, Leonard Fournette. Now, the reason why I have him on this list is because obviously, he's coming off the best game of the season. He had over 200 yards, which is crazy. But if you look at the 3 weeks before that, he never went over 100 yards in any of the games before that. And also, the most alarming is he hasn't scored a touchdown yet. So why would you, I don't know, if you can't get in the end zone after 4 games as a starting running back on the Jags, like you should probably,
You might be able to
like,
trade him after this game too.
yeah. So this game or next, he'll probably do good this week. But I definitely would not want to have a running back that can't score touchdowns. Like, that's a red flag. I want
So
to get off from that
the
situation.
pro with Fournette is the volume. The team is
Yeah.
old school, smash mouth. We're gonna run these 3 run plays, and they always do it. So the volume is incredible, but the cons really stack up.
Yes.
Okay, Daniel, I hear you're not trading Fournette. It's okay. You don't have to listen to us.
You don't have to.
Yeah, it's fine. But
just
the
make it-
game is buy low, sell high. And
Yes,
so
exactly.
just know that if you don't agree with Fournette, that's fine. Like, we're giving you our reasons. We're totally cool with you not doing it. But in general, you do want to buy low, sell high. And then when there's a player like Fournette in general, that's when you want to sell them at their highest. So Fournette gets the volume. We love that. Gets the carries. We love that. Regardless, he's always doing that, and that's great for a running back. What are the cons? Not a great pass catcher. What do you play, Daniel? I don't know. Probably PPR, unless you're back in the caveman days and playing non-PPR. So we all play PPR. Doesn't bode well. Mike just talked about the touchdowns, which I didn't even really talk about, but it's like a bit alarming when you have a guy who's huge monster. He's like a semi-truck. And then you got guys like Wayne Gallman and C-Mac and Kamara just scoring a ton of touchdowns. Like, dude, get in the freaking end zone, because no matter if we're playing PPR or not a PPR, touchdowns are always king in fantasy in all formats. Always king. And so there's a lot to worry about. I think you'll have another good week. But that's, I mean, it's the Panthers. It's not like a terrible defense.
No, it's not.
So he may not, and he's only had one huge game, and he doesn't really hit the hole.
Trade him now. Trade him now. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, I would definitely.
I've seen this unfold before. I had Fournette last year. Very disappointed at the end of the season.
And then there's all the other stuff, his suspensions, the benchings, the injuries, his weight, which I don't care about his weight, but that may or may not lead to injuries or just him being comfortable. And so, yeah, no, I like this one. But I was just like Daniel. I was very curious to see what you were going to say about Fournette. And I think you made some points. I'm not crossing any names off, guys. And
wow, getting better.
I tell them. If I don't agree with it, I cross a name out and I say I don't like this. Just like I did. What did I not like? Sterling Shepard? I just traded for him. That's fine. DK Metcalf, you traded me DK Metcalf. It is what it is.
He scored, though, today, so that's good.
No, I love the trade because I'm giving you – I like Raheem Mostert, but if you got Breida and Coleman healthy and then Jeff Wilson, who's probably not in – but, I mean, he still gets some touches in when people are hurt. I think Raheem Mostert was a 1-week rental, and so I gave him that. I think DK Metcalf is a great wide receiver 4. Or, in some cases, wide receiver 5.
Could be more.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it was mostly about
realistically,
balancing my team. That's what it really
you
was
needed a
about.
running back, is what it
Yeah, I
seemed
was
like.
weak on running backs, strong on receivers. So whenever I see an imbalance in my teams, I correct it, and
Yeah.
that's what I did.
By the way, Daniel says he's in a PPR league.
Okay, well, Daniel, time to think about this harder. Look at this data.
Yeah, guys, make sure you guys do head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Check out the link or just head on over there and then go deposit. Use promo code COUCH. You'll get 100% deposit match up to $50. Taking any last minute questions. Should I sell Robert Woods?
Yes, if you can,
Did he have a
but I
good
doubt
game?
it.
He didn't have a good game.
He didn't. So yeah, sell him if you
Should have
can.
sold him last week.
Should have told him last week, which was on my. No, I had a buy low actually last week. So and then now I want you to sell him.
247 Canes asked if I can hack his lineup. That's the Ron show. I do my absolute best though, to hack lineups, but the show's gone crazy, man. It's really it's taken
Are
on
we
a
gonna have
mind
any
of its
hack my
own.
lineup merch this year? I feel like we
Oh,
should, like
I think
something.
it's too late. We need to. I just feel
I would wear a shirt or a hat for sure. Hack my lineup hat, that's
you
fire.
got to design it, and then
That's
I'll get
fire.
it
Well, can't you
done.
just use the original design that we already have? Or
What
no?
design?
Don't we have one on
No,
the?
I have a thumbnail, but it's not really. You just put the thumbnail on a t-shirt?
Yeah, just put it
You can't put that on a
on
hat. That doesn't even
not
make
on a
sense.
hat, on a t-shirt you can. On a
Yeah, a
t-shirt
t-shirt
you
is
can.
okay.
Yeah.
If Ty is healthy, would you start Hollywood Brown? I'm
Yeah.
set to win by
Oh, wait.
16, so I don't need a boom player. I don't understand
I
what that
think you
means. You
always.
mean
I think you should start T.Y. Hilton no matter
wait,
what if
between
he's
the
healthy.
two? That's his question? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean,
Ty.
I
If
assume.
Ty Hilton's playing, you start Ty Hilton.
Sorry, T.Y. Hilton. Don't.
It's
Don't be
against the
cute.
Chiefs.
Yeah, come on.
It's supposed to be 8 touchdowns in that game.
Come on,
Like,
guys.
yeah, do you
You're better than that.
should I add James Conner? He's on waivers.
Yeah. 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 I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say yeah. I added Jalen Samuels this week. I'm very happy about that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I love this one. And I know I'm going to see what
Ooh.
Mike says. We're going to
Okay,
end it
okay.
on this one.
All right.
Clint
Deal.
asks Adam Thielen or Tyler Boyd. And he's requiring us to say why. Ugh.
Oh.
We're going to say why anyway, dude.
Okay, well, I would go with Thielen
Ooh.
because he was a high draft pick. So, I mean, just for the value chart, it's better to have Thielen. And then if Diggs gets traded away, then obviously his value should theoretically go up as the only target to throw to. So that's my reasoning.
I would go with Boyd
Whoa, really?
because he's going to get a ton more targets and he's going up against Cincinnati.
Thielen's a way better. Is this just a 1 week thing or like rest of the season?
I'm just going for 1 week.
Oh, okay. I was
mean,
talking about like rest of the season, like if you traded for him or whatever.
Yeah, he's saying who to now it's Hilton, Thielen, and Boyd. He retracted his message.
Hilton, then
Definitely
for sure.
Hilton going against the
Hilton,
Chiefs.
no brainer. Do it.
And then we have the Brissett is a better quarterback than Dalton and Cousins
Way
combined.
better. Yeah, that's a no brainer. If anyone's trying to decide about Hilton, just start Hilton if he's healthy. Start him. Don't even think about it.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to the main YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch and Fantasy Couch Podcast. You can get the podcast on Apple, Stitcher, Google Play, everywhere pretty much. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you don't. And we'll catch you on the next podcast.